Okay, so welcome to the Croatia a pre-tour Zoom meeting. As I've already said, I'm going to try and add Mark's little introduction. So bear with me for a couple of minutes. I promise I won't swear. I will try and get it as clean and as simple as possible. So let me have a look. There we go. Share. Let's see whether this will work. Aha.
You know what, you can dismiss that. It's just if you want to record it, just press this dismiss.
No, this
No, this,
we
oh,
see that's what I mean.
Okay, so you should be
Hi,
able
Ma.
to
no,
see,
keep it recording.
you should be able to see the lovely Mark now. Can you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to press play. It's only about 4.5 to 5 minutes long, so we're going to press play and listen to what he has to say. Okay.
Well, hello everyone. My name's Mark. Sorry I can't be with you tonight, but I'm actually away on another tour with another group. But Croatia, well, we're going to head on our way to Croatia. You're going to meet us at the airport. It won't be me personally, but it will be somebody to transfer you to the hotel on the first day. So important, if you haven't already done so, just make sure that the Big Journey know what your flight number is and the time you're coming in. When you come through the airport, just as you've cleared customs, got your baggage, and immigration, look out for your name. It should the driver should be holding your name up as well as maybe a Big Journey sign, but definitely your name. Look out for it. And then they'll transfer you to the hotel. I'm going to be in one day before, so you will have my phone number. So if there is any problems, flight delays or whatever, give me a call, let me know. You can call me on WhatsApp, so the phone number, the UK phone number you have will be a WhatsApp number as well as a regular number. So that puts your peace of mind. A few of you have been with me before, so I'm looking forward to catching up with you all again. We're going to have a great time sailing around Croatian coast. As I say, we're going to start our tour off in Split, then we'll join the boat, the cruise ship, and then we'll be finishing Dubrovnik. Things that you may need to bring with you, obviously some money, credit card. If you've got a credit card, you'll need the PIN number for it. So if you haven't got a PIN number, get one. Sun cream, because I think it's going to be pretty warm. Might not be super hot, but it'll be warm enough that you may need sun cream, especially as we're by the water and on the boat. And your swimming costume, so you can relax either in the water or out of the water. Croatia's a lovely place. They're on the euro, so no need to change lots of different currencies. It's one good thing. US or Canadian into euros and vice versa. If you bring some cash with you, you can change it. The only thing is that the change bureaus, does get a bit expensive with their commissions. So best to have a bit of change with you and your credit card. I'm going to say change, just some dollars or euros to get by with. Virtually everywhere will only take euros, so just make sure you got enough to tide yourself over. So this was just a little short chat, really, just so that you can see the face for those of you that don't know me, and for those that do know me, look forward to seeing you very shortly in Croatia. If you have any questions, all you have to do is text me and I can text you back. Best to text me on the WhatsApp. If you've not been with me before or I haven't got your phone number, of course, just write who you are on the text so I know who I'm replying to. anyway, look forward to seeing you. The staff at Big Journey are going to take good care of you on the Zoom meeting. Sorry I couldn't be there. Unfortunately, I'm down in Italy so, with another group. Look after yourselves, and remember, look out for your name as you come through. After you've cleared immigration, collected your baggage, come all the way out, and look out for your name. Somebody will be holding it up, and they'll transfer you to the hotel, and see you there. Look after yourselves. See you in Croatia. Bye-bye.
There we go.
I feel like we should say bye, Mark. See
I
you
know,
soon.
or wave or something like that. Yeah. So there we go. So I think I can, if I
So
lose
US
anybody, I'm
dollar is
sorry,
okay?
but
No, euro.
Can we
Euro.
come in US dollar? Can we change it?
let's just finish that here. I'm just trying to come away from the
Currency
share.
wise, you won't be able to spend US dollars in Croatia. The only money that they take there is the euro. And what Mark was saying is if it's best to change it in the US because if you take cash out of a cash machine, your bank will charge you for that and it gets quite expensive. And also using the exchange points in the airports, you also pay a premium. So most travelers find that if they change cash before they come, particularly for the tipping package, if you're participating in that, then it's more cost effective. You can do it at home you can do it in the Croatia. You will be able to use, as long as you've got the 4-digit PIN code for your card, you will be able to use that in Croatia, but it does get expensive. So
What are you
sometimes
talking about the PIN code?
you
have to
do
get
need
from my bank.
in Europe, you have to use your card, you will need a PIN code, yeah. And if you don't have that 4-digit code that goes with your card, you can ask your bank for it before you travel. It is better actually if you're planning to use your card to talk to your bank anyway and just inform them that you will be in Croatia, because the last thing you need is them to think that it's a fraudulent international transaction and to put a freeze on your card. So if you are traveling, I would definitely just inform your bank, because that does very occasionally, that does happen, that they see it's an international transaction and then they put a freeze on it so that to make sure that it's not somebody who's trying to steal from your account or whatever. So we usually advise that you do that too. Mark did mention sun cream. You will need sun cream. You've got the sun coming down from above and it gets very hot in some of the venues, and you've also got the sun coming from below. So I've done this cruise and I wore a hat, I wore sun cream, and I wore long sleeves all the time. I've got very Irish skin. I burn very easily. But you'll also need some very comfortable shoes, because especially if you're going to the lakes, it gets hot. It's down and down some steps, and then it's up and back up some steps. It gets hot, and you will want that sun cream. I'm sure you will. You'll also definitely want the swimming costume. Last time I did the cruise, there were 4 ladies who were like, "Oh no, I won't take a swimming costume," and they really regretted it. And we didn't find anywhere to buy one that they were happy to wear. So we found loads of those teeny itsy witsy teeny weeny bikinis, but we didn't find any. We didn't find any swimsuits. So and those ladies really regretted it, because there were a few opportunities where we could swim off the beach, and there was an opportunity where we could swim off the boat, and they couldn't get in the water. So you will want those. Was there anything else that we wanted to make sure that we said, Karen?
I mean, if we open it up, I know you've had a couple of questions already. Una, did you have any questions?
Yes, I have 2 questions. The people that are on the boat, the 10 people, where are they from?
They are American.
They're all Americans?
They are all American.
Okay.
Yeah.
There will be several other travelers on the boat, won't there, Karen, as well?
Yes, it's not a complete charter, so there will be some other people on the boat. I don't know whether they will be all. They might be American, they might be European, but all of our group, which, as I've said, is 10 people, plus Mark, so that will be 11 people. You know, apart from Mark, the others are American.
I'm sorry about asking this. Are they from the East Coast or the West Coast?
Oh, now you've asked me. Let me just, I'm not sure.
It just makes a difference to me. I'm not going to get stuck for 12 days on a boat with people that I don't agree with.
Oh, no, I don't think, I think
There's a ban on talking politics on the boat.
yeah.
So if that's what you're worried about, Mark won't allow any political discussions at lunchtime. We're on holiday and we're there to enjoy ourselves. We're not going to
Yes.
have there won't be any disagreements and communal times. I'm sure of it.
We have a group of three cabins actually, which are 5 people. So there'll be 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's nearly all of them. They're from Illinois.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
All right.
Neutral territory.
Absolutely. So yeah.
We had a bad experience on the Bhutan trip. And what's the nice gentleman that's one of the owners? What's his name that was on the trip with me? Yeah, he had to tell them to be quiet or go home.
Oh dear. Yeah, unfortunately it's a sign of the times at the moment that there's never been so many people interested in politics. We have the same in this country as well.
Well, and I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian citizen, so I'm really, trying to stay out of this.
A lot of activity, but we do make it. We do try to make it a rule that religion and politics is a no-no for the dinner table.
Right.
And then my second question is, what's the name of the boat?
It's called that. We did look that up, didn't we? It's the Spiritu.
Yeah, I've got it in front of me somewhere.
Yeah.
Can you spell it for me?
San Spirito, Sanspirito.
Yes, San Spiritu.
Sanspirito.
That's correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how many people does it hold?
It's 18 cabins.
18 cabins. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are 11.
We have 5 cabins because they're double. Well, we have more than that. Let me just check because we've got 4 single cabins. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 cabins with Mark.
And there's 18 cabins. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will have.
And that's not to say they're all full. They may not be all full, but they are at the moment. That's how many people we have.
No, we have our own cabin or we share with someone else?
No, you have your own cabin. Definitely.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't? I haven't got. Oh, you can't? We haven't got you on mute or anything.
We can hear.
We can hear.
Yeah.
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. Is there breakfast on the boat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, when you're on the.
And is dinner on the boat or by ourselves?
Just let me double check. I think when you're on the boat, it is all it's like all your meals are included once you board. But I'm just going to check for you, just so that we've got 2.
Exactly which ones.
Day 3, you get on board. So you've got breakfast in the hotel. You've got dinner on the boat. The second day, you've got breakfast.
Okay, very good.
The second day, you've got breakfast and lunch. The third day, you've got breakfast and lunch. So the evening meal will be when you'll be going out because the boat will be alongside. So you can dine in local restaurants.
Perfect.
The final day before you get off the boat, there will be the captain's dinner. So that will
very good. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What is the dress code?
Sam, you might be able to help with that, seeing as you've been on there before.
Yeah, it's fairly relaxed dress code. They do ask you that you don't wear swimwear for anything but swimming, but the dress code is quite relaxed. If you want to dress for the captain's dinner, most people, when I was on the cruise, most people enjoyed doing that and they did get dressed up for the captain's dinner, but it's not a requirement. The dress code in Croatia generally is the same. If you on the walking tours, you will be expected to cover your knees and your shoulders if you wanted to look around a church or a cathedral, for example. but it's pretty relaxed on the boat. So there's no formal dinner jackets required or anything like that.
I mean, I've been to Croatia before. I went last year and it was very casual. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. It's not, it's kind of most things, even like I say, even on the boat, it's quite casual. But you can dress up
Right.
as much or as little as you like, as long as you don't turn up in your bikini for dinner.
That would be scary. That would be a sight.
Oh, I'd terrify the whole of Europe if I did that. But
Now, for tipping,
So would I.
for tipping, we had to give the money in advance when we.
there's a group tipping policy. We offer a group tipping. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do it, but we find that sometimes we do the whole thing. So we will ask for the tipping money to be paid at the beginning. You'd pay Mark, and then he will look after everything from that point onwards. So he'll tip everybody for you on your behalf.
Can we have an idea how much it will
Now,
be?
how much?
At the moment, it's set at €350 per person. That covers the boat, that covers the drivers, it covers the guides when you're on the land, and everything else. So you do the one tip, and then you don't have to worry about it. Like I say, it's not mandatory. You can tip as you go along, but that's the suggested tip that covers the boat as well.
But how much is the tip?
€350
per person.
per person.
350? 350
Yes.
euros.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming from Mexico and I want to make sure I've got euros.
Yeah, he will collect that on the first day when you get to the first hotel. And then, like I say, it's all done then. You don't have to worry.
Okay, very good.
Did you have any other questions, Suresh?
What is the food? What kind of
Does
food?
he have to ask for certain days he's vegetarian?
We have that. We have your dietary requirements, Suresh, so you don't have to worry about that. We will let the boat know about that. The food is fairly westernized. They will have some local cuisine as well, but they're used to catering for all dietary requirements.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Perhaps you should, if you mention that to Mark at the welcome meeting as well, he'll make sure that he's got a note of that. Mark's quite good at managing that.
He'll have that on the rooming list, but it is best to just, double check with him when you arrive.
Yeah.
Boat a little choppy that you need something, the patch or anything of that sort? Do you know?
I can't predict the weather. If you're worried about seasickness, I would definitely take something. But on the cruise I was on, there was none of that. You're not in the open sea, so you're off the coast and often so the Adriatic is not open sea. The Mediterranean is actually a massive lake, and the Adriatic where you're cruising is actually a little narrow strait of that sea. So there are not big waves. It doesn't really have a tide. It doesn't come in and out. So it's quite gentle, and you are cruising between islands and just off the coast. So you should expect that it'll be quite gentle. It'll be mild. But then, of course, I mean, there could be wind. The weather is changeable. So if you are worried about travel sickness, it would be a good idea to have something in your bag for that. But I wouldn't be too worried. There was the cruise I was on, there were no problems with travel sickness. But I think it would be sensible, if you know that you're susceptible to that, to bring something that you could then. It would be easier to have it in your bag than to try and look for it in a tiny Adriatic island. So that might be a good idea. The other thing I was going to say about the weather brings me to another point that I was going to mention, that because you're on such a small boat, sometimes what happens with the cruise manager is that the cruise manager, who's not Mark, there's somebody else who is helping with Mark just on the cruise, and they know where the huge cruise ships are going to be. And so sometimes on your itinerary, they will talk to you about that, and they will say that if they know, for example, there's 3 huge cruise ships going to be in a particular port, they sometimes like to put a little bit of flexibility in it so that you don't get caught up in that, and so that you can go maybe just to the next harbour along, or stay out at sea while they leave and actually So the itinerary is not always stuck to 100%, but in the occasions that it does change, it's very much to your benefit. You get a much nicer experience because you get to miss those crowds. I mean, in Dubrovnik, I'm sure you'll see some of the cruise ships, and they're immense, and it's much better not to get
The moving cities, right?
yeah, some of them are huge.
I call them the moving cities.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. The other thing to be aware of when you're thinking of footwear is that
I'm going to have to go. Thank you very much.
Okay, no, well, lovely to
Thank you.
see you.
Bye. Nice
Bye.
meeting you.
Take care.
The
Bye-bye.
other thing I was just going to mention, and I'll mention it for the recording, is that occasionally you have to step from one boat to another boat to then step onto the port side. So when you're choosing your footwear for the walking evening, you need to remember that that is a step over. So you do need flat, closed-toed shoes that are practical to step over in.
It's basic instinct. You know, it's makes sense. You know, you're on it, or you dress comfortably, and also the proper footwear.
Yeah, proper footwear is important. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you think we need other?
I had a list and we've talked about everything.
Do you think we'll need jackets to take, like a heavier jacket, or no? You know.
Well, we are English, so we would never go anywhere without a jacket.
Or an umbrella.
Yeah, we live in England, so we would never go anywhere without a jacket.
And I have a heavy sweater, so I'll fit right in.
Yeah, I'm sure that you'll be fine. Just remember.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can never tell with the weather.
Yeah.
Even more so nowadays, it can be changeable, but I'm sure you'll be fine with just a sweater rather than a coat.
Okay. I want to ask you, what is the major touristy gifts that they have in Croatia that we should get? You know, what are they known for?
Croatia is known for its handicrafts. I mean, you'll see a lot of that, particularly in the little ports that you visit. There's some lovely what I always recommend is that you try to head for like the local artisan shops rather than the things that sell lots of plastic Croatia magnets.
Yeah.
Just go in there and you'll see some beautiful things. There's lots of handmade paintings and little handicraft things, and also soaps and food. There'll be lots of places you'll see them, and you'll see.
I haven't been to Croatia, but do they do pottery as well?
Yeah.
Nice pottery. Yeah.
There's some. I mean, if you're looking for
get something that's local, you know.
Yeah, but me too. I always like to buy something that's locally made, like traditionally local, and you know that the money that you're spending there is going straight back into the local community. And then you maybe only buy one or two things, but those things are really special, aren't they? Yeah.
Want to say something? Did you want to say something?
No, the main thing.
The money, you know.
Money we know.
I haven't got your flight details, so if you could send me those.
To give her your flight details.
Oh yeah, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can send them to me, that would be great, because I do need to to get
we
those.
were away for a week, so
yeah, we can organize the pickups then at the airports and dropping you off at the end.
Okay.
As Americans, we don't need visa or anything.
I would double check. At this time, I don't think you need any visas. You may need what's called an ETA. I think they've introduced that throughout Europe. So it's similar to we have to do a visa waiver when we go to America.
Okay.
They do a similar one for coming the other way now.
So you will take care of it, or we have to do it?
You have to do that. Let me just have a look. And it will depend whether you come through the UK or not. If you come through the UK, you'll definitely need it.
No. We are from US.
No, if you're coming through the UK from US.
Yes, you may have to, but it says here no visa is required for short-term tourism up to 90 days. And as a Schengen member, Croatia will require travellers to hold an ETISA authorization, which you obtain online before travel.
Oh, you have to do that.
So it's called, it's ETIAS.
ETIAS.
Yes.
ES.
We'll make sure that that's on.
But we will make sure that that's on your the
email.
information when the Zoom call recording goes out. That will go out as well.
Thank you.
No
we don't
problem.
need heavy clothes.
No,
We don't need any heavy clothes.
no, just if, you know, something warm if you need to, you know,
Okay.
if it rains.
Yeah, and I would say, yeah, just something that you would like a cardigan or a sweater or something
Yeah.
like that in the evening, because if you're on the boat, it might be a little bit breezy, but
Okay.
9 times out of 10 it'll be
We
lovely
have
and warm.
captain's dinner.
That's what, yes, we have a.
So we would have jacket, anything for captain's dinner?
You can if you want, she said.
Yeah,
something-
you can if you want. It's entirely up to you. It's not, you know, they won't throw you overboard if you don't, put it
I don't
that
think
way.
you need a suit, yeah.
Only if you want to. If you want to dress up, you can dress up. No
Sounds good.
tuxedos needed.
No.
I have to put
Although
it.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of packing, isn't
Yeah.
it? And then you'd have to keep it hung up somewhere really nice.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say it's nice to see you, Sam. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. So
The last
thank
time
you.
I saw her,
It was it in Austria?
Yeah,
No,
maybe
I think
Austria. It could have
Austria,
been.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
was
that was
fun.
4 years ago, I think.
Wow.
yeah, that's
You
right.
look
4
wonderful.
summers ago, anyway. Yeah.
Mm. Lovely.
it's
So
nice to see you.
I think it will be a good tour. It will be lovely.
Yes.
Perfect time of the year to go.
Karen and I are envious. We'd like to go, wouldn't we,
Very.
Karen?
Oh, I know. I
You're
wish
going to
you'd
have a
go.
lovely time. It's so beautiful. You'll really
Oh.
love it.
And a nice small group. It's not a big group, so it's a nice small one. I know that
Yeah,
you like the
that's really
smaller
good.
groups. Yeah.
Yeah, and we won't talk politics.
Yeah, let's not
No.
talk
I'm
politics.
afraid.
No politics.
Bye.
Oh
No.
dear. Right. Well, I'm going to
Ev-
stop
ev-
recording now, just so that you know.
Okay.
Let's just.
No, everyone from Big Bear